This is Art Television.
මේකටත් තියෙනවා 500ක්.
පහෙන් හතරක් මැදිලා.
මටත් දිනුමක් තියෙනවා.
මේ හැවේකටම දිනුවා.
සුපිරි වාසනා සම්පත, ජාතික සම්පත, දරුදිරි සම්පත, දිනුම් අවස්ථා වැඩි කළා. ජාතික ලුතරයි මණ්ඩලය.
Coming up, State of Business, sponsored by
ඔබගේ ආදරණීය වාහනය ආදරයෙන් සුරකින්න ඉක්ුට් ඇම්බුලන්ස් භාවිතා කරන්න.
IWS Aviation.
And a warm welcome to State of Business on Art Television. I'm Heshain Ali and let's have a look at the headlines first. Government plans for elevated railway tracks connecting Colombo with Moratuwa, Kottava, Athuragiriya and Ragama. Establishment of a radiopharmaceuticals production centre will strengthen the country's economy, government assures. News in detail. Co-Cabinet spokesman Minister Uday Gammapilla stated that the government has decided to construct a 4-elevated railway track in the city of Colombo as a private-public joint venture. He revealed the project in the Cabinet decision briefing held at the Government Information Department premises today.
කොළඹ නාගරික කලාපයේ ආවරණය වන කණුමත ඉදිවන දුම්රිය මාර්ග පද්ධතියක් පෞද්ගලික සහ රාජ්‍ය හවුල් ව්‍යාපාරයක් ලෙස ආරම්භ කරන්නට එයි සමස්ත කොළඹ නාගරික කලාපයේම ආවරණය වෙන දුම්රිය මාර්ග 4ක් ඉදි වෙනවා. කොළඹ පවතින වාහන තදබදයට ප්‍රායෝගික විසඳුමක් විදියට රක්ත හරිත නීල දම් කියලා මෙම දුම්රිය මාර්ග නම් කරලා තියෙනවා. කිලෝමීටර් 42ක් දිග රක්ත දුම්රිය මාර්ගය රාගම සිට පිටකොටුව හරහා කොට්ටාව දක්වා දිවෙනවා. හරිත දුම්රිය මාර්ගය කිලෝමීටර් 28ක් දිගයි. ඒක මොරටුව සිට නාරහෙන් පිට හරහා කැලණිය දක්වා දිවෙනවා. ඒ වගේම කිලෝමීටර් 23ක් දිග නීල දුම්රිය මාර්ගය කොට්ටාව සිට ඉසුරුපාය හරහා හුණුපිටිය දක්වා දිවෙනවා. සිව්වන එක දම් දුම්රිය මාර්ගය වරාය නගරයේ සිට බොරැල්ල හරහා අතුරුගිරිය දක්වා දිවෙනවා.
Co-Cabinet spokesman Dr. Ramesh Patirana said that the Cabinet has approved the proposal presented by the Minister of Power, Dallas Alahaperuma, for establishing of a cyclotron-based radiopharmaceuticals production centre in Sri Lanka.
The minister emphasized the importance of manufacturing a radioactive drug such as fluorodeoxyglucose in Sri Lanka, which is being heavily used for PET and CT tests that diagnose cancers. He further stated that the drug is currently imported to Sri Lanka from India, in which around 97% of the drug capacity is lost due to radioactive decay. Under the implementing project of the Radiopharmaceutical Centre, the government has planned to set up a deoxyglucose drug manufacturing centre at Kotalawala Defence University Hospital premises in Verahara in collaboration with the Atomic Energy Board of Sri Lanka. Accordingly, the government has also nodded for the development of a research project on the utilisation of chemical fertiliser consist of nitrogen, considering the major environmental impact due to non-management of the chemicals.
The Ministry of Environment has taken steps to ban the production of 4 types of plastic and polythene-related products for local use. The ministry in a statement said that the use of the relevant products will be banned in the country from tomorrow onwards.
Accordingly, disposable polythene and plastic, polyethylene terephthalate bottles, lunch sheets less than 20 microns, sachets, non-medical cotton buds and inflatable plastic toys are included in the ban. Addressing a media briefing held at the Ministry of Environment yesterday, Environment Minister Mahinda Amaraveera stated that the production of the above-mentioned plastic and polythene products for local use will be banned from tomorrow. The minister said that considering the request made by several companies, the relevant products will be given a short period of 3 months to be marked and no restrictions have been imposed on the export of those products. The minister said that these companies are entirely local companies, and even though some industrialists were aware that the ban would be imposed, new equipment had been imported and installed. However, the minister has further stated that a limited grace period will be given to sell only the products currently produced from the raw materials imported into the country. The minister pointed out that the relevant gazette notification has been issued by now.
Stay tuned for more news right after this commercial break.
මගේ ආදරණීය වාහනය ආදරෙන් සුරකින්න මම පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ එකෝ ටැබ්ලට්. ඔයාලගේත් වාහනේට බය නැතුව එකෝ ටැබ්ලට් පාවිච්චි කරන්න.
ඔබගේ ආදරණීය වාහනය ආදරෙන් සුරකින්න ඉකු ටැබ්ලට්ස් භාවිතා කරන්න.
මේකටත් තියෙනවා 500.
පහෙන් හතරක් මැදිලා.
මටත් දිනුමක් තියෙනවා.
මේ හැම එකටම දිනුමක්.
සුපිරි වාසනා සම්පත ජාතික සම්පත දරුදිරි සම්පත දිනුම් අවස්ථා වැඩි කළා ජාතික ලුතරයි මණ්ඩලය.
Tiki 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 baby tiki relo amasoldai tiki 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 baby
ජාත්‍යන්තර IFRA සහතික කළ සුවඳ පමණක් ඇති ටිකි බේබි කලාන්. වසරේ දැවැන්තම විවාහ මංගල ප්‍රදර්ශනය අප්‍රේල් 2, 3, 4 දෙදින පුරාවට බණ්ඩාරනායක සමන්ත්‍රණ ශාලාවේ සිනමාවෝ බණ්ඩාරනායක පරිශ්‍රයේදී මනාලියන් දැක්ම සහ රූපලාවන්‍ය පිළිබඳ වැඩමුළු රාශියක් දෙදින පුරා විවාහ 2021 සංවිධානය ඉවෙන්ට් මීඩියා සමානුග්‍රහය මාධ්‍යානුග්‍රහය තරුණී පුවත්පත.
Welcome back after the break. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa and Chinese President Xi Jinping had a telephone conversation yesterday evening and agreed to strengthen and enhance bilateral cooperation with mutual benefits in all fields.
Addressing the Chinese leader from the Presidential Secretariat, President Rajapaksa expressed his heartfelt gratitude to President Xi Jinping and the Chinese government for their outstanding support to Sri Lanka at the recently concluded 46th session of the UN Human Rights Council. The president also thanked for providing 600,000 doses of COVID vaccine as a gift. President Xi Jinping has also told President Gotabaya Rajapaksa that China will continue to provide necessary assistance to Sri Lanka, conduct cooperation in areas including aviation and education, and explore other potential cooperation areas. President Xi had also stated that China is willing to work with Sri Lanka to enhance Belt and Road cooperation and contribute to the economic revival of Sri Lanka. The Chinese president stated that he will continue to support the sustainable development of Sri Lanka and will stand firm for Sri Lanka in the face of the unjust pressure it faces in the international arena. President Rajapaksa emphasized the need to further enhance the strategic approach to China-Sri Lankan relationship with visible results.
Co-Cabinet spokesman, Minister of Plantation Industries, Dr. Ramesh Patirana, said that the Chinese-made Sinopharm vaccine for the COVID-19 virus will be brought to Sri Lanka tomorrow and will be first given to Chinese nationals in Sri Lanka. He stated this speaking at the media briefing held at the Government Information Department premises today. Minister of Plantation Industries, Dr. Ramesh Patirana, said that 600,000 doses of Sinopharm vaccine will arrive in Sri Lanka tomorrow. He also added that another consignment of Indian-made AstraZeneca vaccine will be delivered to Sri Lanka in April, in which those who are currently receiving the first dose of the COVID vaccine will be able to take the second dose. Dr. Ramesh Patirana further said that the National Medicinal Regulation Authority has gone through a proper procedure in order to evaluate the Sinopharm vaccine. However, the World Health Organization has yet not recommended the vaccine for universal use as the trial results are not available in English. The minister assured that the vaccine will be utilized to the Sri Lankan population as soon as they receive the recommendation from the World Health Organization.
National Medicinal Regulatory Authority has gone through the proper procedure in relation to evaluation of this product dossier, and they have given the approval, but surely they have expedited the process given the backdrop of necessity to introduce this vaccine to Sri Lanka. But phase 4 clinical trial results are not available in English language. That's why the WHO has not given their recommendation to utilize this vaccine universally. But the moment we get that approval, we can surely utilize this vaccine for Sri Lankan populations as well. So it's a matter of time until we get the clearance from the World Health Organization.
Sri Lanka Export Development Board formulated a strategic framework to develop the boat building industry, paving way for another lucrative industry in the country. To enable the boat building industry to realize its full potential, the National Budget 2018 had allocated funds to develop a regulatory framework and infrastructure facilities for the industry.
The National Export Strategy 5-year plan had identified boat building and its related services as one of the 5 key industries to expand Sri Lanka's export basket and increase the island's export earnings to US $28 billion by 2022. The regulatory framework for developing the Sri Lankan boat manufacturing industry was officially handed over to the implementing agencies yesterday at the Ministry of Trade premises under the patronage of Trade Minister Bandula Gunawardena. The regulatory framework covers registrations, regulations and technical guidelines for all boat categories manufactured in the country as well as imports of boats to Sri Lanka except for the fishing boat category. Speaking on the occasion, Minister Gunawardena said that it was essential for Sri Lanka to adopt a strategy of product diversification, market diversification and introduction of innovative products to enhance the country's exports, thereby taking the emerging sectors such as boat industry to a higher level. Meanwhile, State Minister Jayantha Samaraweera expressed his gratitude to the Export Development Board for formulating a strategic framework for the development of the boat building industry at a time when no one was paying attention to the boat manufacturing industry.
Stay tuned for stock updates.
මේකටත් තියෙනවා 500.
පහෙන් හතරක් මැදිලා.
මටත් දිනුමක් තියෙනවා.
ඒ හැම එකටම දිනුමක්.
සුපිරි වාසනා සම්පත ජාතික සම්පත දරුදිරි සම්පත දිනුම් අවස්ථා වැඩි කළා ජාතික ලුතරයි මණ්ඩලය.
ටෙක්ස්ටෝරියම් අංකානෝනාවිය කෙලින් වීදිය කොළඹ 11.
මේ සුමුදුගේ තාත්තා පැහැසරණී
ටීචර් අර මගේ තාත්තා
කර්මාන්ත ශාලාවේ දහස් ගාණක් රටවටා අපි වගේ අය ලක්ෂ ගාණක් පිටරටත් යවනවා.
ටීචර් අපේ රටේ සල්ලි අපේ රටේම ඉතුරු වෙනවා. විදේශ විනිමයත් දෙනවා.
වරුණ
මේ මගේ තාත්තා
මල්ටිලැක් හැදෙන රටේ හදන පාට.
Welcome back after the break. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a negative note today. The all-share price index dropped by minus 12.57 points to close at 7,115.12 and the S&P SL20 dropped by minus 2.47 points to close at 2,881.67. The turnover was 7.4 billion rupees and over 619 million shares were traded. Up next are Forex rates. And that's all news for today. See you tomorrow with State of Business at the usual time. Until then, take care and good night.
State of Business was